2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Washington defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Mendoza. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield. Across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go, start. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Daniels with a deep across middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. It's Williams on the catch. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
79 Broncos.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To throw is Mendoza. Off play action. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Genty. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Give to Krosky Merritt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19.
To throw is Daniels. Looking for the climb, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly. Got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. On first down, it's Genty. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll go again with Genty. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give them 12 yards that time at a Las Vegas first. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
The Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Up the middle, it's Genty. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Mendoza. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it?
Touchdown! Brock Bowers. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
70 Lions. Warriors, 70. Let's go.
Now Daniels. Man open left side, it's Williams. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cup 19. Cup Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Daniels looking to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and that is is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Daniels. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
60 boxes, 60.
Daniels from the gun on third down. And the Raiders have got him. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just, well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 21, Raiders 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Dorrance Armstrong picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
A run inside. Krosky Merritt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. Vikings.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough? To the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff to Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A run out of the gun with Genty. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I have to think a major focus of the half. Mings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And here's Mendoza. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. Play action, now it's Daniels. Williams brings it in. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. An even 90 yards. And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
This makes the score. Commanders 28, Raiders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. Mendoza. That's caught. Jack Bush with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. A run straight ahead with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44.
First down, Raiders.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. That's to Bowers once again. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. First carry for Rashad White. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Daniels. He'll complete this one. Buakankwo. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Come on.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
It's a 10-yard loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
19 Tigers.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm going to get some of my special, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This is 1st and 10.
And a Las Vegas first down. A 39-yard gain on the play.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders come